Well, good day to you. You're watching me on the test drive, and welcome to our monthly recap and hot topic. Today's hot topic is the Honda Prelude, which came out and now is on sale, and pricing has been released. We're going to get to that in a second. This monthly recap and hot topic is mainly for our subscribers, our dedicated followers and viewers. But if you're not one of those, welcome, and you should think about subscribing. It is Thanksgiving week. You'll see the trees are starting to pop out here. It's a great day for a drive in this Mazda Miata. So cover a little bit behind the scenes here at our channel. What we just did, what's coming up, some exciting news. Going to do this monthly. This is Thanksgiving week. The next one will be Christmas. So if you want a hot topic, if you want to discuss something, put it in the comments below. We'll bring it up and we'll start the conversation. So that's the whole thing here, is the chat, talk to the community here, and just have a good time talking about cars. So a little bit what's been going on with the channel. The biggest news, really exciting to share this with everybody, is that our local press association, the Washington Automotive Press Association, we have a podcast. It's called the Capital DriveCast. We're on episode 3 or 4. You can find that on Spotify. You can find that over on iTunes. Definitely check it out. Support us in this. This is a huge endeavor for us here within our local community. And the big thing about that podcast, it's all behind the scenes. We have content creators, YouTubers, we have journalists, we have engineers, folks from the industry come in and talk cars and just sort of give you a peek behind the curtain over this, what the press industry does, how it creates what it does, how the auto industry interacts with that press industry. So check it out. Really excited. Yours truly is one of the hosts. Our other host is a real deal journalist from US News. So yeah, pretty excited about that. And this is crazy. I have a Mazda engineer coming on this week's podcast to talk about Mazdas and engineering, and man, that is super exciting. So if you love Mazdas, which obviously we do here with touring around in this Miata, check out our new podcast. A little bit of other things going on the channel. This past month we released a video on the ID.Buzz. Interesting vehicle. Everybody loves it. Wherever you went, people are taking pictures of it. People wanted to talk about it. It is expensive, but it's great to drive. It was so much fun to drive. It's a good driving, big, huge van, swallows up people and cargo. It's just expensive. And I don't know where EVs are going with this whole pricing and the tax credit going away, but check out that video. Nobody's watching that video, which is that's not new these days, and probably a hot topic in the future we'll talk about is just automotive YouTubing in general, if you're interested in a topic like that. And that's because YouTube is being flooded with AI junk, addictive scrolling shorts, and videos like this are just falling to the wayside. And that's not just us at Beyond the Test Drive, a small channel. It's affecting automotive YouTubers of all sizes. So if you like and are following automotive YouTubing, what you can do is you can comment, definitely subscribe to the videos that you regularly watch, the YouTubers that you regularly watch, because if not, we're going to be just continuing flooded with junk, and that's disappointing. So sorry to rant there. Maybe that'll be a hot topic in January. The other video we had this past month was on the AMG CLE 53 Cabriolet. Man, what an automotive piece of art. AMG performance, convertible. Oh man, what a week with that car. And the fun thing about it is we're going to do another video on that, but we paired it up against the Miata. We did a comparison test of two convertibles, the Miata against an AMG CLE 53. It's not about comparing performance or luxury. It was more about, we have two cars that are kind of trying to do the same thing, and that's bring automotive joy, automotive driving joy, and just motoring pleasure, and they both go about it completely different. One is $100,000, incredible sports machine. The Miata is a legendary lightweight two-seater, but you'd be surprised that just the Miata held its own. Let's just put it that way. So look for that video in the future. The other thing we got coming out on this Miata is just our first 3 months of ownership impressions, and that's going to include some observations that I was not expecting, and some nuances, so to speak. So look for that video. We'll also talk about why we bought a Grand Touring, why we picked this gray color and this tan leather interior, and the 5 nuances, or whatever, how many nuances. It won't be like, oh, this drives way better than I thought. No, we're not going to do the obvious thing. We're going to get into some subtle details about the Miata that you may not have ever thought about. Oh, we also did a 1,000-mile oil change on this Miata. I did that myself. This whole controversy whether you should drain the factory oil at 1,000 miles. So I did. I sent that off to a lab to get tested to see what kind of, should you get that factory oil out of there? I wanted to know. So I did that. We'll have that video on the channel also. So yeah, that's what's coming up. But let's get to the hot topic of first couple things. You'll notice this is a 3-camera shoot today. I am trying out a brand new POV camera. Very excited about this one. This was a DJI Nano. I use all kinds of cameras. I use GoPros, I use Sonys, we use DJI products, but this one, oh man, this could be a game changer. I can't recommend it yet because I haven't used it a long time, but if you put a GoPro on your body or on your head, you're cycling, doing any kind of activity, maybe you like to record your drive like I'm doing right now, this is kind of a game changer because I don't even know it's up there. So far the video quality is pretty good. I'm doing 10-bit D-Log, and I'm going to color grade it, but so far, man, I've been very, very pleased with this so far. So I can't recommend it. I may do a video on it every once in a while. If something I really like, I'll share my thoughts on it. But I will put a link down below if you're interested in trying this out. The other thing is you'll notice in the car here is this dash cam. I'm not a dash cam person, but I have been trying out this Garmin X310 for the last 6 months. I am going to do a review video on it, and it's going to be positive because it's been so easy to use. I'm not a dash cam person. I don't use dash cams, but in full disclosure, Garmin sent this one to me to try out, and I got it out of the box, started using it, and it's easy peasy. Now, what I like about this dash cam specifically is the X310 is their flagship, and it has a polarizing filter on it to help with some glare, and it has something called travel lapse, which is a time lapse, which is what I really have been using it a lot for. You can record your whole drive, a road trip, wherever you're going, and it's kind of like a cool little feature that makes it more than just a dash cam for keeping an eye on the world. It's not something you can use for your personal, capturing your drives and things like that. So I will put a link to this down below. I do recommend it because if you want to get somebody a Christmas gift and you don't feel like researching dash cams, just get a Garmin. They're no-brainers. They've been around forever. I think my first GPS unit I ever bought was a Garmin. They make radars, so reputable company, the real deal, no-brainers. Oh, this is the flagship, the most expensive one, but there's other ones in different price ranges. So again, links down below for that. All right, hot topic, Honda Prelude. If you're like me and a child of the late 80s and 90s, the Japanese car scene in that decade was just phenomenal. The Prelude was just that car we all wanted, and you could get it. You could save up your money for it. I had friends who bought Preludes, and the cool thing was that the Prelude was always that car, like, I should be responsible in buying a Accord, but no, they offer a Prelude, and for just a little bit more money, you get a little bit more performance. Always had a slick shifting manual transmission. Always one of the best handling cars you could ever buy, for the money. And the other cool thing about the Prelude was they always debuted their technology. Like the Prelude was where they first introduced VTEC. It was also the first, that's also where they introduced four-wheel steering. So yeah, yes, nostalgic for the Prelude. So when I heard they were bringing it back, I'm like, oh yeah, this is awesome. Again, everybody went, oh, it's a Honda Civic. hybrid drivetrain. Oh, that's so disappointing. It's only 200 horsepower. Look, I've driven the Honda Civic Hybrid. It's one of my most surprising drives of the year. When I drove it, I said, oh my gosh, this car is fun for a daily driving econo car. And what they've done is they've made a two-door, really good-looking car. I mean, I love how the Prelude looks. And usually Hondas have a funky angle if you walk around them, but not this one. Looks great in the photos, and usually cars look a lot better in person than they do in photos. So I think it looks fantastic. It's a hatchback, and they've put a lot of energy into how it handles. You've got adaptive dampers. It's all about handling, which was what the Prelude was. It wasn't about straight line speed. 200 horsepower. Okay, that's not great, but it's got over 230 pound-feet of torque. That's where 90% of your driving happens. So I think this is a hit. I'm digging it mainly, and this is what I'm going to get to. What I think is the number one thing to think about when you think about a Prelude is that this is a whole new class of vehicle. Honda has created the first ever two-door coupe hybrid. It's going to be fun to drive. Yes, it doesn't have a manual, but it gets 44 miles to the gallon. Some people just want something that's fun to drive on a curvy road. It looks good. So I think it's a hit. Again, some of the cars that you would compare it to price-wise, like a GR86, even this Mazda Miata, they're not comparable. They're just different, and that's what I think people need to take into account, is that the Prelude is a whole new class of vehicle. Oh yeah, straight line speed. The Miata doesn't have straight line speed. Nope, nobody's banging on the Miata because it only has 180 horsepower. So, and the torque is way down in this thing. So, again, the pricing is a little bit of an eyebrow raiser, I guess you could call it. I was hoping it would come in right a little less than 40, but it's up around 43, 44. Again, I'm digging it. Yes, I wish it was a little cheaper, but yeah, that's my hot take on the Prelude. I'm digging it because it's not a GR86, and they've left the other thing about it is, if you do track your car, they do have the Honda, they do have the Civic Type R. But I just think, it would be kind of cool to take this two-door coupe, maybe put that Type R drivetrain in it, because let's face it, the Type R is not a looker, but I do think that the Prelude is. So weigh in below with all your comments about this monthly hot topic and recap video. We'd love to hear your thoughts. And as always, have a great day, morning or evening, wherever you may be.